Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Clayton,
Yeah, let me
you went,
pivot here.
how are you?
Well, thank you.
I'm over here in the cheap seats. I'm in the cheap seats. You went to Penn,
I did,
undergrad?
Undergrad.
And law school?
and law school.
And you went to Cambridge?
I did.
It would be Cambridge in England, right?
Cambridge in England, yes.
What'd you study there?
I studied economics.
Okay, all right. These are your three children? I think I met Wyatt. I mean, is it, I shook hands when I came in. I was late.
Did he look you in the eye?
Yeah, please, he did.
Good, thank you.
Okay. All right. Why did they give you instructions about how to behave and not make faces and stuff today? You don't have to answer that. Let me ask you about Sullivan and Cromwell. It's a big place, blue chip clients, you know, one of the premier firms in the world. You don't get to pick your clients, do you? I mean, if you're a lawyer there and a client comes in and says, I'm in trouble and I need help, you don't like say, well, I don't like the color of your suit, go away.
Generally not.
Yeah. How long you been at Sullivan and Cromwell?
Over 20 years.
Would you consider yourself a securities expert?
If anyone can be, I think
Yeah.
so.
Well, I'm kind of like Senator Corker. Since you're going to be running the SEC, I'd like you to know something about securities law. I want to ask you about a matter that's important to many states, but also Louisiana. Are you familiar with a gentleman by the name of Alan Stanford? Does that ring a bell, the Ponzi scheme?
I am.
Yeah, he at one point was, in 2008, was listed on the Forbes top 400 or whatever. He had a net worth of $2.2 billion. Now he's got another number. He's got a prison number. It's 350-17183. He defrauded in a Ponzi scheme about 7,800 investors. 2,000 of them were from Louisiana. It's life savings. The Securities Investor Protection Corporation, SIPC, denied coverage of them. SE sued the SIPC. I think a federal judge threw it out. Obviously, I was disappointed in that. Here's my question. I wrote it out so I'd be precise. What do you intend to do to ensure that investors who lose cash and securities in a failed brokerage are victims of a Ponzi scheme like this financial scheme? The one I just talked about, receive fair treatment in the event they have to turn to the SIPC for help, which was created to help them.
Yeah. Senator, I am familiar with the Stanford matter, and people like Alan Stanford and other fraudsters who we can name need to be dealt with sternly, severely, et cetera. As far as their victims and the SIPC, I am familiar with this issue, and that there is a line at where the SIPC has denied coverage, and in particular in the instances of fraud, its coverage doesn't extend that far. I am familiar with that being an issue. I look forward to working with you and others on what we do about the victims of people like Alan Stanford.
Okay.
I really
That's
do.
fair enough. That's fair enough. Let me just use my last minute to make an observation. I think this is a really important nomination. I'm impressed with your credentials. I think the president's chosen well. I think there's a lot of anger in my state and in this country. I hear from middle-class Americans every day that the problem as they see it is that we got too many undeserving people at the top getting bailouts, and we got too many undeserving people at the bottom getting handouts, and the folks in the middle get stuck with the bill, and they can't pay it anymore because their health insurance has gone up and their kids' tuition has gone up and their taxes have gone up. But I'll tell you what hadn't gone up is their income.
Right.
I believe in efficient markets. I believe in supporting capital formation. But I also have lived long enough to understand human nature. Some people cheat. They cheat in all walks of life and they cheat in all professions, but when people cheat in securities matters, a lot of people get hurt. I hope you'll be mindful of that. and I know you will be. I'm out of time.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you, Watt.